I'm Darryl Calcott. I'm the director, producer, and co-writer of Liminality. Well, Liminality is a comedy drama about 9 25-year-olds who interact and connect over the course of a day here in London, Ontario. London was a really good location to shoot. We had a lot of different places we could explore, like downtown and out in the suburbs and stuff like that. We shot at Coat of Arms Bar downtown and Black Walnut out in Orley Village, and it was a really easy place to shoot. I really liked shooting at the Coat of Arms pub. We were there for a night and a day shooting, and that was probably the most fun to shoot there. It was a lot of really cool backgrounds and a good atmosphere that we could shoot in. I like shooting in some of the parks. We shot in like 3 or 4 different parks around London, and it all gave kind of a unique, everyone was a little bit different, but we made it look like one giant park, and that was kind of fun too. We funded it with Indiegogo, so that was very community driven. A lot of people who were interested in the movie and wanted to see it get made, donated, and were able to get, some of them got some walk-on roles for making a donation to the movie, which everybody kind of felt a little bit more involved in it, which was nice. Like any movie, there's going to be challenges, whether you got $5,000 or $500,000, you know, it's always going to be just kind of making what you're doing look the best it can on the screen with what you have. Like people who say you can't make a movie for less than $10,000 are wrong, because we did, and it looks like we had $1 million budget to play with. You just gotta, you know, every dime you try and put up on screen, and at the end of the day, it you know, as long as it looks good and sounds good, it's nobody needs to know how much it actually cost you. We shot the movie in 8 days, which for a feature film is really quick. But it kind of worked out well because we had so many different characters kind of overlapping, so essentially it was a new storyline every weekend. So it was kind of like making 4 short films as opposed to 1 feature film, because we had, you know, this little storyline over 2 days, and then this little storyline over 2 days, and then in the end they all overlapped and it became one big one. So it was really quick. We stayed right on schedule, which is apparently shocking for making a movie. But the movie overall is kind of an homage to this mumblecore movement that that came out of the States maybe within the last like 8 to 10 years, and it was very low budget. They shot on like home video cameras, but they told these like really cool, intimate stories that they were like, you know what, I don't care if I have no money to make this movie. I just want to make this movie, and we'll see what happens. And I really like that kind of spontaneous, like in the moment type of movie where you're like, you know what, I know that this isn't a big Hollywood film, but I like the story that they're telling with that. So that was a big influence to this one. But then, you know, on the other end, you try and balance that with some of the big, really cinematic directors like Christopher Nolan and David Fincher and stuff like that, and we wanted to kind of fuse the two, where you had this really nice, sharp-looking image, but it's shot as if it had that kind of fly-on-the-wall, documentary, low-budget feel to it. So it was kind of a mesh of both, which is why we shot it on the red, because we were like, we're not shooting this thing on a video camera, we're gonna make it look as nice as possible, and but still try and tell a small kind of mumblecore story. I always loved film. I grew up watching Back to the Future and being obsessed with making movies and stuff, and when I was a teenager, I just got a video camera and started messing around with that and trying to make funny little action movies and stuff. And you know, in my 20s I started writing kind of comedy drama scripts, and we did a bunch of short films, stuff that we wanted to kind of I don't know, experiment and try new things with, you know, and get kind of a feel for what our film style is. And so all the people that I've been working with doing those were like a big influence to wanting to make this movie, because I wanted all the people that I'd used in short films and stuff. It was nice to work with them, and I wanted to like do something bigger with them. Yeah, no, I want to keep making movies forever. Like it's a lot of fun making a movie. You know, once you get past the stress and the sleepless nights and all that, but that's part of it. You know, I wouldn't consider doing anything else. Making movies is my life. I have so many ideas and not enough time to write them all down. Well, first-time directors don't ever attempt to do a feature film right off the hop. That's something I learned about 10 years ago. Was, you know what, if you're just starting out and you have no money, no connections, you just start small. Short films are the way to go. You know, you get to practice telling a story. You get to practice kind of what your visual style is, and you know, after 10-20 years you might have a vague idea of how it's supposed to go. I mean, I'm still learning. I think it's probably going to be another 20-30 years before I could say that this is like something I'm really good at, but you know, I love doing it, and if it's something that you just can't live without, then you know that it's something you're supposed to be doing. And for anybody who's wanting to kind of get into filmmaking and stuff, like the technology now is so much better than when I started. Like, I had an 8mm video camera that I had to sync between 2 VCRs and pretty much get one take, because that was it. But now you shoot everything on a cell phone, and so there's no excuse. Anybody can shoot a movie now. It's just about being committed and learning the rules of how to do it right. Then, you know, if you're serious about it, then go for it. Well, Liminality is going to make its premiere at the Highland Cinema here in London on September 25th. Anybody who wants to come out and see the show, tickets are available through our website, liminalitymovie.com. And if you can't make it out to the one-night screening, well, there's, you know, the opportunities are endless for this movie now that digital media is such a key player. We've got, you can pretty much watch it anywhere now, so probably within the next year you'll be able to see it online. Come see our movie.
We'll end it on that one.